I attended Western Illinois University back in 2012, and I graduated in May of 2016. Aside from Western being here locally, very close to home, it really just truly offered the program that I was looking for. I wasn't strictly passionate about general education. I wanted to specifically focus on gaining the skills I needed to work with our EL population, to work with our bilingual population, and really just it was a perfect fit to go to Western. It was near my home here locally. Um, the price was phenomenal where I was at. I was a single mom starting out college. So it really offered me a lot of opportunities. It was affordable, it was accessible, and it had the program that I wanted to study. When I began student teaching with Western, I was able to work in a transitional bilingual program. This allowed me to gain that experience and see how all of these awesome programs we have for our linguistically and culturally diverse students here in the Quad Cities, what kinds of programs those students and families are offered. So Western allowed me to have experience while student teaching, working in so many different settings, whether it was an EL pullout, whether it was a two-teacher model in which we switch our kids from an English to a Spanish room. And Western just having given me those experiences, when I did step into the classroom, I felt a lot more confident, I felt a lot more supported, and I felt I knew where I could turn to for resources. So I feel that my education at Western really prepared me to be in the classroom because I was offered so many different ways of being exposed to various grade levels, various teaching styles, different methodology related to education. And I think that Western did a really awesome job in having our student teaching experience be so closely tied to whatever it is our track was on, whatever it is our specialty and interest was in. Western really worked with me in being able to work in a bilingual classroom, in an EL classroom, and even in a dual language environment. Part of my role now as an instructional coach here in our district is to work very closely with our teachers to engage in really dialogue about where our students are at. Teachers nowadays really have to be prepared for being able to address what we see are some gaps, especially post-COVID. Teachers now have a lot more technology skills. Teachers that are entering the field really truly need that support in collaborating with others, in really focusing what our student-centered activities will be here in the time that we have our students. So I think teachers joining the field right now are seeing the wide variety of needs, whether it's social, academic, behavior. There are just a lot of ways in which a teacher's role continues to carry many hats. At this point, I feel I'm definitely reaching different goals and setting different goals for myself all of the time. I'm now currently pursuing my master's. That's definitely a huge goal of mine. Another goal has been really sparked by having a chance and opportunity to work with our dual language and bilingual education consultants. For instance, our Moline district here has invested a great deal in having dual language specialists come into our building, really have us have these honest conversations. And I very early on have felt now that I would like to also possibly get into educational consulting. I feel that there are a lot of educators out there in the EL and bilingual field, but I think that something that is still missing is having our leaders and specialists in these types of programs be minority. I would say to anybody that is pursuing a possible path into teaching to really consider what their why is. Are you going into teaching because you want to give back? Are you going into teaching because of your own schooling experiences? Are you going into teaching to spread positivity? That's something that attending Western really helped me zone in on, was what is my why? Because it really comes down to that philosophy, what really drives you, just like we do for our students. We want to instill that passion and that lifelong learning.